I have a confession to make. I have deceived all of you. On September 8th, 2024, I made a community post and video about what many believe to be a Youtooz figure of the Goblin from Tower Heroes. Many of you believed it and were excited to purchase the figure. Some of you, however, didn't believe it and noticed very small flaws in the picture. And some even got what I did spot on. This is how I tricked the entire Tower Heroes community. In the beginning, me and Mr. Pokchoy, he's awesome by the way, check him out, we were planning on doing a fake Tower Heroes leak. Alright, so a quick introduction to who Pokchoy is. He helped Delusional Detective with that like skibbity toilet skin video. That was fake, but it was pretty cool. And also made like the Duck Adams skin. Our original plan was to make a fake Halloween map that would go with the totally real leaking a Halloween update series on my channel. We decided that would take too much work, as well as us not having like any good ideas for a map. Garden of Banban was tossed around, but that game got too big and wouldn't be believable. But one day, like 2 weeks ago, I came up with the idea to make a fake Youtooz figure. I made 3 concepts, one for Lemonade Cat, one for Little Chip, and one final one for a goblin holding a slide. Huddle and Spooker have said that Little Chip Youtooz could work with how his eyes are and shit, which I took note of when I was designing Little Chip. But of course, as you all know, Lemonade Cat and Little Chip didn't go through due to time restraints. Pokchoy, being the second coolest person alive, made a model of Goblin holding a slime based off of the painting indoors of the same thing. Overnight, Pokchoy created the first model of the Goblin. Then he sent all the angles, like all of them. He worked on the promotional image, typically like what they post to their Twitter. By the way, follow my Twitter account for 3 funny jokes a week. He then added details like rocks, a bush, and a tree based off of Castletown. Added a background and upped the brightness a bit, and then boom, we were done the render. Until we realized we forgot the pan. So we added it. After that, we added the last needed touches of a copyright and logos. And yay, it's done, look at the cool goblin. Now, onto spreading it online. The first thing we needed was an explanation when people questioned it. The one I came up with was a Youtooz leak. When someone asked to share the leak, I declined, saying that large companies were involved and I didn't want any legal trouble. Of course, I didn't tell this to everybody, and this whole thing has proven a point with the Tower Heroes community and modern society as a whole, with nobody fact-checking things nor doing their own research. A Tower Heroes related example I'll use for this is when a popular drama channel made a video about the Hylos situation back in 2022. In that video, he didn't get a lot of the details right about the situation, and on top of that, the situation was dealt with months prior. A lot of people did their research, which is nice, and they didn't care, but unfortunately the majority of people, especially under the age of 14, didn't, and instead took the message from the video, which wasn't true and still has an impact on Tower Heroes to this day. I used people's lack of research to my advantage, where without a tweet by Hylo nor Youtooz, and instead one believable image, and hundreds, nearly thousands of people believed it. My goals with this were at least 3 YouTubers to make community posts, 1 YouTuber to make a video, and most importantly, the Youtooz News Twitter account to make a tweet about it. And I can officially say that I have succeeded at all 3. No, I lied. I only succeeded at 2. Now, September 8th, 2024. My favorite day ever. I start the day off by making a community post in the morning, then 10 minutes later I upload a pre-recorded video discussing the Youtooz and the Lemonade Cat plush that was shown off the night before. Then all I had to do was just wait for it to spread around. At one point I sent a DM to the Youtooz News Twitter where they responded, "It's not official, I checked with Youtooz." And that made me realize that, oh shit, Youtooz knows. And that might be a good thing, because perhaps if Youtooz pays attention to how people feel about the Goblin, there could be maybe a Tower Heroes Youtooz in the future That makes the score Duck Atom 3, the world 9 trillion. Of course, what I expected from my posts were comments by people who hadn't fact-checked it, like, whoa, that looks cool, can't wait to buy it. And surprisingly, nobody in the comments figured out it was fake. Then the response from Discord. Yikes, this is Jeepers Core. I posted it in the behind the scenes of a server that I basically own called Pixelbit 2. And immediately got a warn and a mute because the two people above me didn't believe it and I had to convince them so much without giving it away. They didn't fully believe it but were genuinely looking at it way too closely, but I got away with it. Then real Pixelbit, woo! Only like 4 people didn't believe it, and it's because they actually fact-checked it. I'm so proud of them. And then lastly, other YouTubers, which a comedic amount fell for. First, the community post, where I've only seen 2 as of now, but one video that is actual slop, but the creator did end up deleting it. Yet, thankfully, I have proof of its existence. And we have officially done it. We lied to an entire community, and enough people believed it. I do hope you guys actually learned something from a Duck Atom video for once, but I now legally have to promise not to do a stunt like this for the next year, so good night, everybody!